We usually think of betrayal as an explosive event, a sudden breach. But what if we've completely misunderstood the exact moment a person turns away? The book The Root Within argues that the actual rupture happens long before any vows are broken. It begins in the quiet moments when someone starts to believe they have simply disappeared from their own life. When we examine why women stray, the drivers are entirely distinct from male infidelity. For women, it is rarely motivated by a desire for conquest, physical lust, or a sudden opportunity. To the outside world, these relationships often appear perfectly stable. They look like enviable, functioning partnerships. Yet for the woman living inside that structure, the daily experience can feel entirely suffocating. The true catalyst for this specific type of betrayal is a slow, accumulating vacuum of emotional neglect. It is a dynamic that erodes a person for years before a physical affair ever takes place. This type of neglect doesn't announce itself with shouting or physical abuse. It is built on small, agonizing omissions. It is the distracted glance at dinner, the conversation directed at a phone screen, the bids for connection that go completely unanswered. Over time, this creates a profound loss of identity. A woman's sense of self is slowly consumed by the functional roles she is required to play: the mother, the caregiver, the professional. The core of who she is gets buried under the weight of those duties. This chart maps the direct correlation between identity erosion and emotional connection. In the early stages, as identity begins to erode, a relational divide is established. As identity erosion reaches peak at stage 5, emotional connection collapses entirely, demonstrating a stark inverse relationship. External factors accelerate this internal crisis. Cultural standards and body image pressures demand impossible perfection, punishing the natural process of aging. This leaves many feeling as though they are fading into irrelevance, their value expiring by cultural definition. Add the weight of romantic disillusionment, the realization that a marriage cannot possibly live up to societal fairy tales. When the daily routine sets in, the ghost of those unmet expectations twists deep-seated insecurity into a self-destructive longing. These converging psychological and societal pressures create an unbearable, invisible starvation for validation that primes a person for total collapse. When a person in this position finally strays, they are rarely trying to build a brand new life. They are desperately searching for proof that they are still alive and that they are still desired by someone. The affair functions as a kind of forbidden oxygen. It provides a temporary, intoxicating relief from the suffocating scripts and endless responsibilities that have consumed her vulnerable existence. In many cases, the new partner is little more than a mirror. Their primary role is simply to provide the basic recognition, the listening ear, and the validation that has been entirely absent at home. The tragedy is that this affair offers a counterfeit cure. It is a desperate rebellion against profound loneliness, cleverly disguised as newfound companionship. The affair fails to cure the foundational insecurity. Once the secret is out, the facade falls away, leaving the original wound exposed to the light. The societal reaction is often split. While a man straying is frequently dismissed as a predictable appetite, a woman faces sharper knives. She is branded as unnatural, an assessment that drives her original doubt even further into the shadows. Fame and wealth offer no protection. When these scandals hit the headlines, the public spectacle doesn't heal the underlying hurt, it amplifies it. This combination of public judgment and private shame forces the original insecurity deeper, creating a state of total isolation. The damage extends to the partner navigating humiliation and the children who absorb a fracturing of trust. They inherit a landscape of suspicion they didn't create. The very person who risked everything to be noticed is finally seen by everyone, but she is defined entirely by the act of betrayal. The deepest fractures occur long before the presence of a stranger. They take root on the exact day someone stops believing they have value in their own home. Subscribe to follow the next chapter of this journey.